Most of my videos are focused on speed because it is very easy to measure and not really up for debate. Ergonomics is a lot more subjective and probably also why you see so many keyboard companies claiming their keyboards are ergonomic. In this video, I'm going to cover 3 reasons why Caracorder is more ergonomic than an ordinary keyboard. And those 3 reasons are reduced finger travel. Number 2 is going to be RSI, otherwise known as repetitive strain injury. And number 3 is going to be instant access to all possible inputs. So number 1, reduced finger travel, is basically looking at the strain, which is different than repetitive strain, but the amount of energy and force that your muscles are required to use the device. So if you look at your wrist, this is probably the most complicated network of muscles in your body. For every single one of your fingers, you have muscles for flexion, for extension, for abduction and adduction, and then you even have muscles in your thumb for what's called retropulsion and opposition. And all of those muscles traveling through this tiny little bottleneck were not designed to travel miles and miles a day, hitting buttons on a typewriter or a keyboard. And Caracorder just allows you to drastically reduce that amount of finger travel and therefore the force required for those muscles. Repetitive strain injury is looking at basically on a one-dimensional keyboard button, like this one, happen to have one next to me, you're using those flexion muscles to press it. And especially in like manufacturing jobs or repetitive jobs like typing, where you're doing the same muscle and the same motion all day, that can lead to a lot of long-term severe injuries that are really hard to recover from. But with Caracorder, because it's 3-dimensional switches rather than one-dimensional, you're using a lot of different muscles rather than just that one. Less repetition means less repetitive strain. And as we covered in number 1, less strain overall. The last one's more about your eyes than your hands. No matter how good you are at touch typing, you probably do look down at your keyboard because there's over 100 buttons on it. This is why typing is still such a largely unsolved problem in the world of VR.